Good morning, everybody. My topic of presentation is a clinical study of effects of vitamin D supplementation in dry eye disease patients. My AIS number is mentioned over here. The authors have no financial interest in the matter of subject. Introduction. As per the recent definition of the dry eye, which was updated in TFOS Dues to 2017, dry eye is a multifactorial disease characterized by a loss of homeostasis of the tear film and accompanied by ocular symptoms in which instability of tear film, hyperosmolarity, inflammation, and neurosensory abnormalities they play a main neurological roles. The main core mechanism was tear hyperosmolarity. The lacrimal functional unit, it consists of lacrimal glands, the ocular surface, eyelid, meibomian glands, and the associated nerves. Dysfunction of any of the lacrimal functional unit component leads to dryness in eyes, which could be because of the changes in volume, distribution, composition, and tear clearance. The reduction of tear secretion leads to aqueous deficiency type of dry eye disease. Eyelid margin inflammation and meibomian gland dysfunction are the major causes of evaporative type of dry eye disease. Both these forms they ultimately lead to faster evaporation of tears, leading to the local hyperosmolarity. Prevalence was noted to be 5 to 50% and was higher in uh, Asians than in Caucasians, with more women being affected than men. A distinctive cytokine profile was associated with dry eye disease patients, which can be a possible explanation for hyperalgesia symptoms that they have. Recently, vitamin D deficiency has been suggested to be a contributory factor, and vitamin D supplementation to improve the dry eye disease symptoms. We plan this study to find out the same. Aim of the study was to study the effects of vitamin D supplementation in dry eye disease patient. Material method study was a hospital-based interventional study conducted in Regional Institute of Ophthalmology, Banaras Hindu University. Ethical clearance was taken and was approved by the Institute's Ethical Committee. Was conducted from June 2018 to May 2019 with 40 patients included in the study. Inclusion criteria was patients who gave consent and dry eye diagnosed patients. Patients with corneal pathologies, contact lens users, and other eye disease were excluded from the study. Method 40 patients were diagnosed based on Schirmer's and tear breakup time with dry eye disease. They were included in the study, and all patients were evaluated for serum vitamin D levels, and they underwent thorough ocular examination, including visual acuity assessments and ocular surface. They all took ocular surface disease index questionnaires also. Oral vitamin D supplementation was given in form of tablets, 60,000 international units once a week for 4 weeks. Patients were evaluated on follow-up visits of 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and 10 weeks. Data was collected on a structured pro forma and care was taken to minimize any risk factors, any risk for missing and erroneous data. Statistical methods, pair t-test was used to evaluate the mean, standard deviation, and p-value of the variables. Observation and result, they were 40 demographically, they were 45% men and 55% women with mean age of 34.5 years and mean serum vitamin D level of 20.70 nanograms per ml. Uh, Vitamin D level of less than 20 nanograms per ml was uh, uh, determined to be a vitamin D deficiency, and more than 20 shows insufficiency. We saw most the patients with tear breakup time and Schirmer's falling in category of severe dry eye disease. Majority of them had vitamin D deficiency, as was also seen in case of higher OSDI scores, which was associated with more dryness. They were also having serum vitamin D deficiency. After oral vitamin D supplementation, there was significant improvement in tear breakup time and Schirmer's at 2 weeks and 6 weeks from pre-treatment values. Also in OSGI scoring, there was a significant lowering of the scores from pre-treatment values at 6 weeks of the follow-up visits. Discussion, our study findings shows that there is an association between dry eye disease and vitamin D concentrations. This was supported by our finding of higher OSGI scores and lower T-BUT and Schirmer's scores in vitamin D deficient patients, which indicated a positive vitamin D and T-BUT, vitamin D and T-BUT, and vitamin D and Schirmer's. Our study was findings were similar to that of Yoon S.Y. et al. And Kurutul et al. Conclusion: our study revealed improvement in dry eye symptoms with vitamin D supplementation, though a study with larger sample size would be needed for concrete facts. These were my references. Thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Kashyap, what was the sample size in the earlier studies?
Sir, Yoon et al. Was having a sample size of around 100.
Okay. So I feel we should have a bigger sample size to make the drastic recommendation that people with dry eye disease need vitamin D supplementation. So I
Yes,
think we need more data to corroborate this fact and make that as a routine part of our therapy of dry eye disease.
Yes.
yes, sir.
And what was the post vitamin D supplementation? So was there any difference of the levels of the vitamin D and your results of OSDI?
Ma'am, post vitamin D supplementation, there was a improvement in serum vitamin D concentration for up to this 6 weeks, which later on that came to the original values when we followed them up with for another at that around 10th of the weeks, 10th weeks. There was improvement. There was this lowering of the OSDI scores, which we had especially done at the 6th week of their follow-up visits.
Okay, and in all patients was the same, or there was a difference of level and there was a difference of these results?
Ma'am, it was the majority of the patient, it was the same.
And I feel you should continue this study and to see at the end of 1 year or 2 years,
Yes.
how was the results and whether, I mean, this could be this also. And we need long-term studies and more sample size.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Interesting study. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Shall we go on to the next speaker?
Hello,
Dr.
I just want to ask
Yes.
one question, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think required, because vitamin D, hypervitaminaceous and other things, before you start your vitamin D treatment, are you bothered to see the serum vitamin D level prior to starting of vitamin D?
So we had done
Yeah.
pre-treatment values already more, and there was this finding that most of the Indian population, they were having vitamin D either insufficiency or vitamin D deficiency. Most of the patients, they had this. So we started the 40 patients which we had, they were either vitamin D deficient or insufficient.
So you don't usually, I mean to say, all the patient. Hello, you don't do.
So vitamin D estimation.
Yeah, every patient.
No, sir. So because there was this limited opportunity for us to have vitamin D estimations,
Right.
so we don't recommend everybody to have
Right.
go to the vitamin D. Yes.
And how long you continue vitamin D? How long?
So we gave for this 4 weeks only.
4 weeks only.
Yes, sir.
There is no repetition afterward, you mean to say?
No, sir. After 4 weeks, we didn't give them any.
Every weekly once sachet.
Once a week, yes, sir.
Thank you. Nice place.